My name's Shelly, and I've been attending Cross Community for a little over 3 years now, and this is my story. I had a fairly normal childhood. I was raised in a Christian home, went to church pretty much from the time I was born. To look at me, you would think I was just a normal, average person, except for one horrible part of my life. When I was a young girl, I was sexually molested by a family member. I felt dirty and ashamed. I felt like somehow it must have been my fault. I never told anyone. I kept it hidden, I kept it a secret. I never told my parents, I never told any of my friends. I never even told my husband while I was married. I thought if I could just pretend that it didn't happen, that maybe no one would know. So I started pretending, and I started wearing a mask and acting like everything was great in my life. The guilt and the shame that came with that only grew worse as I got older. I carried that around, and I started striving for perfection. I thought if I could look a certain way and act a certain way, then maybe no one would know what had happened to me. Fear immediately became a normal part of my life. I couldn't control it anymore, and I knew I had to do something about it. My friend encouraged me to come to Celebrate Recovery. I was very skeptical at first, like most people. Didn't really see how this was going to help me. But week after week, as I came and I began to share my struggles and the pain of what had happened, I began to feel that load lift. And it wasn't overnight. In fact, it took probably a couple of years of working through the steps and learning how to get those things out, how to deal with those things. But as I began to do that, God began to bring healing and freedom into my life. Probably more than anything, I learned how to truly accept God's mercy and grace in my life. I realized that I didn't have to be perfect for Him to love me. That He loved me in spite of what I saw as the ugly, dirty places in my life. Through all of this, He's given me more of a compassion and a heart for people who have been hurt by things in life, especially those in situations they had no control over. And I finally feel able to share to some extent the struggle and the pain that I experienced and went through. And more than anything, I want to be able to say or do something that might help someone else realize that there's healing and freedom for them, that there's hope